The old Betamax video footage that we're about to see is provided by Otis Lewis. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're taking you on a blast from the past. This is the Black Cargill Mine, which began operation back in the mid-1800s. Here their mill site back in the 70s shows the preliminary processing of the ore, separation. The smaller particles went into the stamp mill. It's a 5-head stamp mill. And from there it went down a sluice, separating out into the larger gold particles. From there it went on to a secondary stage, which we'll see in a moment. That joins in with another stage. This is the rock crusher, the jaw crusher. This was used to take the larger rock, the larger ore pieces, and crush them down into a finer particle that can be utilized in the ball mill. This is a dewatering screw, which is used to remove excess water and transfer the ore up to the drum that you see spinning there on the right. That's the ball mill. Transfer the crushed ore from the jaw crusher and from the stamp mill up to this ball mill. From the ball mill, the properly sized particles would be brought down to this shaker table, and this shaker table oscillates back and forth, separating out heavy particles from lighter particles. The heavy particles will stay up along the top and come off the end. The lighter particles will drift down off the edge of the table. The heavy particles, of course, being your gold. Now we're going to fast forward here about 60 years. We're going to take the drone up and inspect the area. Once I get some altitude here, we'll turn the camera down and I'll give you a view of what's left. And that's about where the stamp mill stood, or the whole milling system. As you see, there's nothing left. Once the Forest Service got in there, they just bulldozed everything. Now this is a road that went up to a little plateau up here. That plateau was a terminus of a 26 bucket aerial tram line, which brought the ore down from the mine, which is a bit of a ways away. That tram line proved ineffective, and eventually they drove a road up to the mine and brought stuff down in trucks. Some of those parts can still be found at the Falcon Mine. I guess the Falcon Mine purchased some of the equipment. So here's the road right here. See, it's kind of overgrown, has a strip of shrubbery down the middle of it. It's now part of the Rabbit Peak hike. You see the trail leading off down the road there, down towards the road. That's the road that we come up from the highway. Now looking up the mountain, you can see a road cutting across, and we're pretty much pointed directly at where the Black Cargill Mine was. Here's a map of the Black Cargill Mine. It was a fairly decent mine. Certainly not extensive, but it did produce gold. As of lately, the Forest Service has welded gates over all the entrances, so you can't get in there anymore. And back at the mill site, about the only thing left is this stacked rock wall. Just above the rock wall used to be the cabin, and the mill was off to the left. It's a nice property, but unfortunately the Forest Service decided that it was time to get rid of it, so they drove the claim owner off and bulldozed everything. Yeah, it's really a shame they have to do away with the California mining history. That's the only reason California is here. That's how it started. Well, That's it for today. Have a good one. See ya.